Courtney, you have to love fried chicken.
Who doesn't love fried chicken?
I think everyone loves fried chicken, and I think it's a perfect thing to eat at footy finals. When you got your mates over, you got to cook something delicious for them.
Maybe
it's
a cold
quick,
beverage.
It's easy, and it goes so well with a cold beverage. So this is my recipe. This is a version of the recipe that we used to serve back at my restaurant in Adelaide. So the first thing you need to do is the chicken.
Yes. You can't have fried chicken without chicken.
No, and I usually do it bone-in, but because we want this to be a finger food thing for the footy, we're going to sort of, I guess, break it down a little bit. We're going to use skinless, boneless chicken thighs.
Easy.
And I'm just going to cut them into little strips.
Yeah.
So
little bite-sized.
Bite-sized pieces, maybe 2 bites. So we'll probably get, what have we got there? We got 5 out of 1. And we're just going to get them, slice them up.
Chicken thighs using for extra flavour.
Extra flavour, exactly. Now they're a little bit tougher, so we're going to use a classic fried chicken technique to tenderise them.
All right.
We're going to use buttermilk.
Okay,
So
I've never done this.
You know much about buttermilk, Court?
I use buttermilk in my baking, and
Yep.
I do a really nice Caesar salad dressing with buttermilk.
Yeah. But
I've never used it on fried chicken.
It's a byproduct of making butter.
Oh, yeah.
So when you make butter, you spin it, you churn it, and then some liquid comes off. That's buttermilk.
Solids are the butter. I think a lot of people think buttermilk's really unhealthy.
It's not?
It's not.
Oh, I always thought it was unhealthy. I serve it with fried chicken, so it is unhealthy. All right, so always wipe down our bench after we use our chicken and get rid of the
Especially
knives.
with chicken. Yeah.
All right, now, buttermilking our chicken, it's really simple. I've just got some buttermilk here. I'm going to pour it over our chicken. Now, I want to keep a little bit for our sauce later.
That's just from the chilled aisle in the supermarket?
Next to your milk, yeah.
All right.
And then I'm just going to mix it through a little bit so we get all the chicken getting coated in buttermilk.
And your fingers.
And my fingers, but I don't need to tenderise those. I'll use a tea towel on those. And then, Court, just want to chuck that in the fridge.
Yeah,
We're going to chuck that in the fridge for 12 hours. You can do it for 6, but I think give it overnight, do this ahead of time, and it'll really tenderise it, and also add some little, add a little bit of acid to it. So,
Yeah. Could you leave it longer than 12 hours?
You could leave it longer than 12 hours. You can do up to 24, and especially if you're doing like whole bits. So this recipe will work for whole drumsticks
whole
and
drumstick.
thighs as well. So yeah. So
Fried chicken.
give that 12 hours, and come back and make some fried chicken. Now, Court, that's been a really quick 12 hours.
Didn't even change our clothes?
Didn't even change our clothes. So now that that's tenderised, we're gonna crumb our chicken, or we're gonna flour it, in fact.
All right.
So I've got my flavouring dust here. So this is what takes your chicken to the next level. A spice blend, a secret herb and spice blend, perhaps. So I've got 2 cups of plain flour, and that's our base, and we flavour that up. So I've got in here smoked paprika, about 2 tablespoons.
Nice.
And I've got 1 tablespoon of cumin, coriander, garlic powder, onion powder,
Yeah.
dried sage leaves,
Nice.
a tablespoon of some celery salt, and 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper.
Wow, that really is a secret spice
So
mix.
there's a lot going on in there, and then we just mix it together with a whisk. A little tip I've got is actually to take some buttermilk out, right? Because you want to get as much of that flour stuck to the outside of our chicken as possible.
Colonel is really letting his secrets out today.
I'm just giving away all the secrets. And then we're going to chuck our chicken in there, right? And we really want to press it in. This is going to get your hands quite messy, but what we're looking for...
I love that you're doing all the messy stuff. And
I know,
just
I'm
nodding.
being quite generous here,
No, it's good. It's good.
What we want to do is get lots of flour into our chicken. You can see there all those little crags and bits of flour.
Yeah.
That's what's going to go really crispy and crunchy and absolutely delicious in our fried chicken. So I really make sure I push the flour into the chicken to get into all those little gaps. That looks horrible, but it's going to taste absolutely delicious.
MFC.
Now, this one you can also actually do ahead of time a little bit.
Oh, really?
It's going to go a bit sticky. So you could do this an hour or so ahead of time.
Separate
if
it on a tray.
Exactly right, and it will go a bit sticky, and that's fine. Now, our oil's on, nice and hot.
Oil's on, nice and hot.
I might get you to cook this for me, Court. It's probably going to take 2 to 3 minutes to cook through and be nice and golden.
I'm going to fry.
Yeah, you're going to fry?
You just want me to wreck my swan
I do,
scarf,
I
don't
do.
you? I know what he's doing.
I'm going to clean my hands and then I'm going to make some sauces.
All right. So Michael's left me in charge of putting the chicken in. A few quick tips with deep frying. Always lower the chicken away from yourself so you don't get any splash marks on you or your swan scarf. You want to have the oil nice and, you can see it now, it's sizzling. If the oil's not hot enough, the chicken will get kind of oil logged. And if it's too hot, the outside's going to burn too quickly. So,
Doesn't that look good already?
looks all right, Michael.
Amazing. All right, so cool. I'm going to make a hot sauce to go with the fried chicken. So if you didn't like chili, by all means, you could not do this, but this again lifts it just another level.
I like chili.
So I'm going to pretty much prepare a classic buffalo wing coating sauce. So I've got melted butter and I've got Frank's hot sauce, which is the classic New York buffalo wing sauce.
I've heard a lot about this sauce.
So Frank's the man. So I've got equal parts butter and hot sauce, and I'm going to whisk it together. And I've also just got here a little bit of smoked paprika and also some extra cayenne pepper because I like a little bit of extra heat, especially when you're having a couple of cold beverages. And once this is all together, we're going to actually pour this over the chicken once it's fried. So it'll coat all the chicken. Now, Courtney, to dip our chicken fingers into, our fried chicken fingers into, I'm going to make a nice blue cheese sauce, which is, again, the classic sauce to go with wings. Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
About 1/4 cup of mayo. Now, this is a really good sauce to remember because it's all equal parts.
So it's something nice and creamy.
Yep.
Take away some of the heat, I'm
The
guessing.
heat and the fattiness. And then 1/4 cup of sour cream. 1/4 cup of our buttermilk, which is this last bit left over. Not the buttermilk that you brine your chicken in for 24 hours.
No.
You'd have some pretty unwell friends after the footy. And then 1/4 cup of just blue cheese. Now, any blue cheese you like, and you just want to crumble it. Now, they're looking really good,
I know,
Courtney.
I was going to say, should I start getting some of these out?
I reckon they're
Michael?
ready, yeah. Look at that. Pretty happy with that.
It looks
Yeah.
just like fried chicken.
Yeah, little
Like
mini
it should look.
versions. I think if you serve that to your mates on grand final day,
I don't think it'd matter which team won.
doesn't matter which team wins as long as it's the Crows. And I'm just going to add a little bit of garlic powder again. It's in our fried chicken crumb, so I'm going to carry that through, and then we just whisk this together. All right, so you can see our dip is nice and combined, so that can go into our bowl to dip our chicken fingers into.
I like it. Very American, this, isn't it? Blue cheese, hot sauce.
This is super like American,
Super American.
fried chicken. Now, just because this goes perfectly with chicken wings, we're going to do some
Something crispy and crunchy.
bits of celery and also some pickles because
Oh,
why not?
pickles and hot sauce.
Yeah, so good. Now let's go into this bowl with the fried
right, we're
chicken.
going
Yeah,
again.
yeah. We're just going to add that little bit of extra deliciousness. Now I've got the hot sauce we made, the butter, the Frank's hot sauce, the cayenne pepper, and the smoked paprika. And we're going to coat our chicken with that. And you just want to, you can hear how crispy that is.
Oh.
That's what we want. And now all this does, it's just, we're just going to coat it and glaze it. So just slide this onto our bowl.
Looks good.
Now, as I said, the celery, we're just going to pile that up in this corner so you can dip that into your blue cheese sauce, but you can also, it's a bit of a refresher.
Something healthy,
Yep.
crunchy, it's always good.
And then I've just got a heap of cornichons here, little pickles. You can do dill pickles, you can do pickled jalapenos if you wanted some more spice. Now, Court, I'm going to get a bit cheeky here. I'm going to dedicate this to one of my very, very good friends, Adelaide Crows captain Tex Walker. This is Tex's fried chicken with blue cheese sauce.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I've seen him on TV.